So back to my Petrushka dolls. If I have this checked in, then I can publish it. And so as I said, the publishing doll is the one on the outside, the publishing is the outer layer. When I publish it, I'm going to make a major version, and I can't publish it, I can't save it without checking, or I can't check it in without saving it. I can't publish it without checking it in. That also means I can do all of them in one step. I'm going to show you that in 1 second. But if I go here to publish now, I can say submit. It's going to give me a little form. I think you're the other approver on this site, so you're going to get an email. And this is now we're doing what's called starting a workflow. We're asking the person who has authority over these pages to approve making this page public. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say start. And as the contributor, and so I'm going to talk about this in 1 second. If you're a contributor on a page, you can submit a page for publication, but you can't approve it. You can only add and remove content. You cannot actually make it go live. If you're an approver, you can still edit the content, but you can also make it go live. And approvers get these workflows. So now you see this yellow bar that says it's waiting for approval. And if I open my email, you're going to see that I will have received, I'll hope, there it is. And I've got 2 emails here. So the first one is that approval has started. If you are the person submitting it for publication, you're going to get this email. This is also a handy thing to know about, because when you submit that, there's a CC field. So if you want to let somebody know that something's been done, you can carbon copy them, even if I have no authority on the site at all. And you can say, I did this, I submitted it for publication. When it gets approved, they're going to get another email saying it went live. So that's the person submitting it. As the approver, if I was only the approver and not actually doing this editing work, I would just get 1 email that says that I have a task. And you'll notice it has a link right to the site. Even if I had the site completely closed, I can be anywhere in the world. I get this link. I'm an approver on this site. I'm going to click it. It's going to ask me to log in. In this case, I'm actually logged in as me now, the Arts and Sciences Rich, and I'm just going to do this because I want you to see just exactly what you would see. But I would get taken right to this page. I would get asked to authenticate just like you saw me do. I would end up here, and I can go to the Publish tab, and I say View Tasks. This is something that's important, and it's already on our documentation. We're going to send you links to this. As an approver, you don't want to click this Approve button. Now that sounds crazy, because it is. When a workflow is on a page, they should disable this. They don't. I don't know why. Hopefully in the next version of SharePoint they will. Because if you click that, the workflow process will not complete correctly. What you have to do is exactly what it tells you in the email, which is use the Open This Task button to mark the task as completed. So what I'm going to do is View Tasks. I'm going to open this task button, by the way, in Outlook, because it's an email product, or sorry, a Microsoft product. There's this Open This Task button. That lets you open and approve the web page without even looking at it, which is not what we want people to do, right? So better to click the link, follow the thing, and then open the task. What's that? Yeah, I mean, people can just say, approve. But you approved it. We have a record of it. Right. And they don't use Outlook, so they're not going to have that. Okay, so here we are. We say View Tasks. So we read this page, and then we say approve. And you can add a copy there yourself as well as the approver. But the person that you copied originally, someone asks you to do something, you complete the task, you submit it for publication, you carbon copied them, they get an email saying this page is ready to go live and it's waiting for the approver to approve it. When the approver approves it, they get another email saying this page is now live. It's been published. If They don't have anything to do, that person, they're, you're just informing them. This page just went live. But it's a way, they get a link to the page, they can go look at it. Which is, I think, really powerful. Now this page is actually published, and this is now another thing I wanted to show you about the way this system works. Right now, this is the test site. I'm going to copy this address. I'm going to open a new tab in my browser, and I'm going to paste this address back in. But I'm going to change the address up here by adding www. So when we develop sites, we create two addresses. Test dot and the name of the site, and www test dot. www is the the anonymous access site. It's analogous to what will eventually become, in this case, www.math.udel.edu. And right now, test dot is analogous to what will become publish.math.udel.edu. So pretty soon, publish.math will go up. And instead of going to test.math to edit your content, you'll go to publish.math. And when you edit the content there, when it's all live, then we will remove the existing www.math.udel.edu, and we will make the content go live here as the anonymous site. Hopefully that made a little bit of sense. Now, what I want you to see is when I click this, no bar at the top. I'm not logged in. This is a public web page right now. Anybody in the world that had this address could go here and see this because it's published. Okay? Now, what if I want to change it? Well, I'm going to go to the, so the terms I'm going to use are authenticated and anonymous. So this is the authenticated side. This is the side you can only get into if you can log in, if you have credentials to allow you to authenticate. So eventually, that URL you're going to go to is publish.math.udel.edu. If you went right to that site, it's going to look like this. And notice, in my case, I don't have any rights in this part of the site. So I just get this gray bar that lets me know that I'm logged on. I'm not on an anonymous website, but I can't do anything here. I can't log into one of these things and change the page. But I know it's my responsibility to maintain the research section of the site. So I navigate to research because I want to make a change on that page. I know that there's a problem there. And right away, I get some information. This page that I'm on is checked in and viewable by authorized users. I'm viewing a draft, but it's being edited and it's checked out to Trevor Moore. Right? So that's a lot of information. It's telling me that this page isn't even public yet. It's only available to people that have access to the site. And right now, I can't edit it. Trevor has access to it. But I want to edit my page, so I can just navigate right to my page. And now I don't get any alert up here because this is a published website. It's published web page. It's currently got a major version. And I can go see that and view all site content in my pages library. Now you're going to see something that we didn't see before, an approval status of approved. And you're going to see who the contact person is for the page. That's going to be who created the page. There's more information that you can get to. You can pull this down and you can see who approved it, when they approved it. But you also should be able to see, maybe we need to go to the page to see the version numbers. We can unpublish it, by the way. But if I want to edit this page now, going back to it, I know that I can. I know it's not checked out. I can go and I can say, edit page, and what happens? Well, the edit function is inside of the checked out function, right? So I can't edit it without checking it out. But I don't have to go check it out first and then edit it. I can just say, I want to edit it. As soon as I edit it, you can see by this, it says it's checked out. If somebody else goes to the page now, it's going to say, this page is published. Maybe we could, I don't know if we could do that, but you're going to get a yellow ribbon at the top in that case, if you go look at that page. It's going to say, this page is published, but it is also checked out and currently being edited by Rich Duggan. Because this is the cool thing. You can go on and make changes, and you can make changes indefinitely without making them live to the world, and allow multiple people to collaborate on an already published page, and the published version stays published until the new version goes live. So if I come in now and I want to say, okay, I don't want this video in here. Well, okay, simple. I'm going to go and I'm going to delete this. Delete this. I can close that now because it doesn't have anything in it. I'm just going to take this whole section out. Make sure that it's empty. Okay. Now I could publish this right now and take care of all three of those steps: saving, checking in, and publishing in one go. Because I can't publish without being checked in. I can't check in. I can't save. I can't check in without saving. Right? So I'm just going to say publish, and because I'm an approver, I have the right to publish this. If I was just a contributor, it would stop at that point. I couldn't go back and approve the page, make it be published, right? But it's going to look exactly the same. So those are the other two terms I didn't dig out yet or throw out at you, are contributor and approver. So contributors can edit content, can make lots of changes, but they can't make anything public. And then approvers can do everything contributors can do, and in addition, they can make things go public. And then we have two more layers above that. We have what we call site managers. Site managers can do certain extra things to sites, like reorder the pages on the menu. You can be a site manager without being an approver. So if you need to be able to change the order of pages, you can be able to do that. That does go live right away, though. So usually the site manager is, if one site is managed by one person, typically you make that person the site manager, or your support person will be the site manager. And you can say, because by default the links are presented alphabetically, and a lot of times people don't want that. You want to change the order of the links in the pages. Anyway, I'm going to submit this for publication. You see that comments? I should have said something about that. So I could have put some comments in there. I could have said, I removed the bottom paragraph in the video. And then that comment gets recorded with the document. So when you see it, you can say, oh, yeah, this is what he did. He made these changes. But here's the CC thing I was telling you about. So I could go in here and I could just copy the chair of the department. And then when I submit this for publication, he's going to know I've done that. He's going to know it's ready to be published. So I'm just going to start it without adding anybody. I can also change how long I expect the person to get it done in. I can say it needs to be done in 1 day. And it's going to start bugging them. It's going to send them an email every day. You didn't publish this. You didn't publish this. You didn't publish this. Every day, this says 5 days. You got 5 days to publish this. It's going to send you an email. 5 days later, if it's not published, it's going to send you an email every day after that until you publish it. Cool, huh? Okay, so I'm going to say start. Okay, and now, see this? It says it's waiting for approval. If somebody else comes to this page and looks at it, it's going to say there's a published version of this page, but it's waiting for approval. It's checked in, it's saved, but it's not a major version, another major version. As the approver, I can come right here. I don't have to go to my email. I can come right here, go to View Tasks, and approve it. And I just sent myself 3 emails. If you go back here and look, now it's going to have boom, boom, boom. Started, asked to approve it. It's done. It's been approved. So now, if I were to go and look at the versions of this page, and I can do that by doing show the ribbon, and then just page and page history. Now you're going to see those versions I was talking about. So here's 2.0, 1.0. If there were minor versions in between, they would show. I didn't create any minor versions. I made some changes, then I submitted 2.0. It keeps as far as versioning goes. And here's that demonstration. I'm afraid to click on this because I'm afraid it's going to break. But it shows you what I removed between version 1 and version 2. If I had created ones that I had checked in between, I'd have 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. And then when I published it again, I'd have 2.0. The system is set up to save, and this is all configurable, but the system is set up to save 5 major versions and the minor versions from the most recent 2 major versions. So if you made 500 revisions and checked it in each time on the published one, you'd have 1.0 through 1.499. And then when you published it, you'd get 2.0. If you made 500 more changes, you'd get 2.0 through 499. And then when you publish version 3.0, all the minor ones, 1.1 through 1.499, would be deleted. And you would just have the minor versions for version 2.0 and 3.0. So we just don't keep minor versions after the last 2 major versions. But the cool thing here is you can keep going back to this page and just making little tweaks while it's already been published, and then publish a new one when you're ready. And if you want to work on something for 5 days, you can just go over here and say page, check out. I'm not editing it, but now nobody else can touch it. It's mine. I can edit it whenever I want. I can come back here. I can say edit,